You've probably heard of the Titanic, but have you ever wondered about the man behind the scenes who shed light on the truth about the infamous disaster? Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Archibald Gracie and his incredible book, The Truth About the Titanic. I'm your host, William, and this is Moments That Made History. In the annals of maritime history, one name stands as a testament to courage and resilience: Archibald Gracie. His story is not just one of survival, but of unwavering dedication to uncovering the truth behind one of the greatest maritime tragedies of all time, the sinking of the Titanic. Archibald Gracie IV was no ordinary man. Born into a prominent family in Mobile, Alabama, on January 15, 1858, he was the son of Confederate General Archibald Gracie III, who died during the Siege of Petersburg in 1864. The Gracie family of Scottish descent had a long-standing tradition of military service and civic leadership. Raised in the post-war South, a period marked by Reconstruction and societal upheaval, young Archibald was likely instilled with a strong sense of duty and resilience. Gracie was educated at St. Paul's School in Concord, New Hampshire, where he developed a lifelong passion for history. Though it is unclear whether he attended West Point, his deep interest in military history led him to pursue a career as a historian. By 1912, Gracie had already established himself as a respected author, known for his meticulous research on Civil War battles, particularly the Battle of Chickamauga. His dedication to accuracy and detail would become crucial in his later recounting of the Titanic disaster. In April 1912, Gracie embarked on what was supposed to be a routine voyage home from Europe aboard the RMS Titanic. As a first-class passenger, he enjoyed luxurious accommodations and the company of some of the era's most prominent figures, including Colonel John Jacob Astor IV and his young pregnant wife, Madeline. The voyage itself was a marvel of modern engineering, and the Titanic was celebrated as the largest and most luxurious ship afloat, deemed unsinkable by many. Gracie, like other passengers, relished the opulence of the ship, dining in style and socializing in the ship's grand public spaces. He formed friendships with several passengers and crew members, unaware that these would be the last days of peace before the impending catastrophe. On the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg at 11:40 p.m. Gracie, who had retired to his cabin after an evening in the smoking room, initially dismissed the collision. However, as the ship began to take on water, the seriousness of the situation became clear. Gracie heroically assisted in evacuating women and children, showing remarkable composure as he helped launch lifeboats. Swept into the freezing water as the ship sank, he managed to reach an overturned lifeboat, clinging to it alongside other survivors. The survivors struggled to stay alive despite being exposed to the freezing cold for hours. Gracie maintained hope, encouraging others to hold on. At dawn on April 15th, the RMS Carpathia arrived, rescuing Gracie and the others, though many were near death from hypothermia. The reunion on the Carpathia was bittersweet, marked by overwhelming grief and shock as the survivors began to comprehend the scale of the tragedy. As one of the most well-known survivors of the sinking, Gracie has been featured as a character in many of the dramatizations of the Titanic sinking. He was portrayed by Larry Gates in the 1956 Kraft Theater production of Walter Lord's book, A Night to Remember. In the 1958 film adaptation of the same name, James Derenforth took on the role of Gracie, where he was depicted offering to assist the elderly Isidore Strauss and his wife Ida, as well as escorting Miss Edith Corse Evans to a lifeboat. Despite his efforts, Evans did not survive, while Gracie found refuge on the overturned collapsible B. In James Cameron's 1997 blockbuster Titanic, Bernard Fox portrayed Gracie as he led Mrs. Caroline Brown and Miss Edith Evans to safety, only to see Rose and Jack choose a different path. Gracie's character remains a symbol of leadership and survival, as he ultimately finds safety on collapsible B. Interestingly, Fox had previously played another Titanic figure, Frederick Fleet, in A Night to Remember. Once back in New York, Gracie immediately began compiling his experiences and those of other survivors into a book. His account, originally titled The Truth About the Titanic, was based on his own memories, interviews with other survivors, and an extensive review of testimony from the British and American inquiries into the disaster. He worked tirelessly, despite his deteriorating health, driven by a sense of duty to honor those who had perished and to document the truth for future generations. Gracie's book is notable for its detailed chronology of the events leading up to and following the sinking. He sought to clarify discrepancies in the testimonies of other survivors and to provide a comprehensive account of the disaster. His work has been praised for its accuracy and for the personal, often poignant details he included. Gracie's meticulous documentation of the Titanic's final hours has made his book a cornerstone of Titanic scholarship. Tragically, the ordeal took a severe toll on Gracie's health. Already suffering from diabetes, the exposure to the cold and the physical exertion during the sinking exacerbated his condition. He was bedridden for much of the following months, yet he continued to work on his manuscript. Archibald Gracie passed away on December 4, 1912, less than 8 months after the Titanic disaster. His death marked the end of a life dedicated to truth, bravery, and honoring the memories of those lost. Archibald Gracie's legacy lives on in the pages of Titanic, a survivor's story, and in the hearts of those who remember his courage. His contribution to maritime history remains invaluable, reminding us of the strength of the human spirit and the importance of bearing witness to the past. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Archibald Gracie, we honor not just a survivor, but a storyteller who ensured the voices of the Titanic would never be forgotten. His journey serves as a poignant reminder of the power of resilience and the enduring quest for truth in the face of tragedy. Gracie's life, shaped by personal loss, historical scholarship, and the fateful encounter with disaster, serves as a testament to the human capacity for courage and determination. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the share button so you won't miss our next exploration into the legends of history. I'm William, and I can't wait to see you next time when we explore moments that made history.